Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I will discuss about that spread operator. Okay, that will be the spread operator. So how can working with this spread operator? Better I want to do and to remove everything. And here I take one of the variable as a numbers. Okay, numbers, and into this position I take as a 3 and then the 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so I simply take some of the array, so that is our all that array value, right? So now with this spread operator, if you want to display that things in different way, you can different way. That means all that element only will be displayed. Like if you now display it, that means if you print it with the console log, if you now print that numbers, and now everything will be more clear. Now if you click as a save also, that is our array data, right? Array data actually display different way. Like here you can see now that is displayed like that way, right? So that is our all that array indexing data, and that is our value. But I want to get only that value. So if you want to get it, then you can get it by this spread operator. So I take another as a console log. Okay, console, and then the console log, and then spread operator is the 3 dot, right? So that is a 3 dot, and before that our variable here we have to use this spread operator. So I have already declared the 3 dot, that means that is our spread operator, and then I want to display our variable name as a numbers. Now if you click as a save all, okay, if you click as a save all, now click as a refresh, you can see it successfully get that our value. So if you want to display this value directly, you have to just simply run it with the console log. If you want to, then that will be actually a little bit big size. Like here we have to use it as a bracket notation, that is our bracket notation as a 0 index, right? So that is a 0 index data, and then the numbers, we have to declare the 1 index data. Okay, so here then we have to print it that things like that way. If you now click as a save all, now that should be displayed both of 1 and 2. Now you see it's now displayed as a 1 and 2. I hope you understand if you use that as a separate operator. So now with the separate operator, you can actually display all that your indexing value. And also I have discussed about that things with you before, that is with this separate operator you can also clone, right? You can clone your any other array. Like here if you want to clone this one, okay, if you want to clone this array, then what exactly you have to do? Simply I take one of the constructor, okay, I take one of the constant variable, I name it as a copied array. Okay, I name it as a copied array, and then I want to declare that will be our separate operator, and with this separate operator I want to declare the numbers. Okay, I simply declare that numbers. Great. Now if you want to check it with the console log, okay, console, that is a console, and then console log. With this console log, now if you check this our copy, that is a copied array, I want to check it. Okay, now that should be also copy the same array in here. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go click as a refresh, you can see it's now successfully generated another one. So that is simply copy our total things, right? That is our first one, and that is our second one. That means that is our copy one. So it successfully copy our first numbers. So now that is actually our numbers, right? I print it into the number 9, and now you can see it's now display into the index.js 9. Great, that is our copy. And before I have already discussed about one of the array method as a concat method, right? You can also combine both of this array data with using that separate operator. Now I want to show you that things with the live example. I take one of the variable as a constant as a number, okay, number 1, and for the number 1 I declare one of the array as a 1 2 3. Okay, that is 1 2 3, and also I take another one as a constant, that is a number 2, and for the number 2 I want to take another 3 as a 4, and then 5, and then 6. Okay, so I simply take it. Great. And now after that I take another variable as a constant, and the number, okay, I take as a number, and then I want to declare our operator. First of all, we have to separate all that our element. So I want to separate element with the separate operator, and then our number 1. Okay, that is our number 1 variable. I separated this data, and also I want to separate another one, that will be the 3 separate operator, and then I want to call that our number 2, and that is our number 2. Okay, so that is our number 2. And now if you run it, that means if you display with the console, okay, console and then console log, I want to display our this number, that is a number variable, right? That is a number variable. I simply declare it. So before we join two of this array data with using that concat method, now you can also do that work with using that as separate operator. Okay, now if you click as a save all, now if you go click as a refresh, yes, you can see it's now successfully joined both of these. So that is a 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, that is our first array and that is our second array. So you can also do that work with using that separate operator. You can also do that work with using that concat. So whatever the things you like, you can actually choose it. Okay, but simply remember and understand all that functionality of this separate operator. In our next video, I'm going to discuss about that joining array. How can working with this? I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.